Why should we be in such desperate haste to succeed, and in such desperate enterprises?
All my people. Do you know what it means to have a revolution?
There's no commitment to excellence. How do you know there's no commitment to excellence? Because the issue is still here. We haven't resolved the issue. We have to commit to whatever it is we say we're going to do, we have to commit to it. But first, it starts at home. It don't start at home, it starts at home. And before it can go to the wife or the children, it has to start with self. You have to know thyself. The fathers are still missing. Mothers can't be the total sum of the matriarch and the patriarch because you have an imbalance. It has to be balanced. And all of this leaves the children lacking in most cases. You know, when all the men were supposed to go into the war in the early 1900s, the mother had to be home by herself. Or she had to go get an extra job, which left the children in the state's daycare, the public school systems, you understand? Basically turn it over to the state because we couldn't handle what it is that we needed to handle. Or here's another viewpoint. This country sets conditions which allows you to follow in maybe 2 or 3 sections. Basically, they already know where you're going to fall. They set the public school systems up, they change the curriculum, they change the systems, so they know which way you're going to fall. Why? Because they set it up. You didn't set up your own school. So you don't know which way your child is going to go unless you're an active parent. You have an active role in your child's life. Here's some of the parenting style I was talking about earlier. Now you have what's called, and I'm going to read all of this. Y'all can write this down, parenting style. Low involvement, high demands. Who has a low involvement, but be like, you better bring home some ABs and A's. All right, that's your parent. But I got to go to work right now. You go home and get some A's, I'm gone. All right? These are parents that do not pay much attention to their children, that do not place many demands on them either. In most extreme form, this is negligible or negligent parenting in which children simply feed for themselves. Y'all know that sister or that brother, their kids, when you call, she ain't here. What y'all doing? Cooking? And then they're like, hold on, what you doing? What happened? Oh, I had to go put what's in the bathtub. How old are you, man? 6. You know what I mean? Kids taking care of kids, raising themselves. Low involvement, high demand puts you in this position here. I'm sorry. Go this way. It's going this way. Then you have low involvement, high demands. Authoritarian parents, these parents are not close to their children, but are demand strict obedience. This is the traditional mode of parenting according to which children should be seen and not heard. And sparing the rod will spoil the child. Low involvement, high demands. Permissive parenting. High involvement, right here, high involvement and low demand, permissive parenting. This style of parenting, particularly in fashion during the 70s, which allowed children much latitude to do as they please, while parents remain close and attentive. Take it to the extreme, this parenting style indulges children without applying discipline. This puts you in authoritative parenting. High demands, high involvement, high demands. And down here, authoritative parenting has been shown to have the best outcome for children in line with the recently search, which has demonstrated that the 3 key factors in caring relationships: high expectations and opportunities. Caring relationships, high expectations, and opportunities. Give them a chance to grow. Give them high expectations. Let your involvement, you have to have high expectations for your children. This is how our teachers have to be in the school system. Influences. What I'm giving you all are like some of my things I think why we're in a destructive state and partial solutions. the media, peers, other family members. These are some hooperies who don't agree. Where's all the items? I can't see. Now, what I mean when I say the media, I'm talking about the media, simply television, and the music. I'm 37. When I was younger, we didn't have songs going about drug dealing or demasculizing our women. You understand? That's played on the radio. On the radio. The album has a parental guidance sticker, but all they do is blur out certain words, and our children are not idiots. They know how to fill those words in. Real good. What do you do? I'm gonna tell you what I do. I pick my children up about 5 every day, and I have this thing I like. It's called, it's a DVD, European, what I call Your Children Can Read, or Your Children Can Learn, where you see like the 2-year-olds reading books. We go over that. We do, and I also have a 5-month-old. And I do cards, the ABC cards. One thing that's missing out of education is the phonics. They aren't doing phonics in school anymore. They're going rat, cat, dog, and Jane, and Bob, you know what I mean? They're not doing phonics. You have to sound out these words. All right, it's natural for children to do phonics because when you're a baby, they tell you to give the baby, start feeding the baby with a spoon so that muscle can start working so they can start forming words. And he tests the words out, dot, 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 ba, 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 boom, boom. You understand? That's phonics, and it's natural. So place cards is what I do. I treat my 5-month-old like a 2-year-old as far as education. Repetitiveness, he's going to catch on. He's going to catch on. Because our children are born with geniuses. And it's our other family members who are not like us. And I'm sure most of us in the black sheeps of our families. Except you. Right? You know, you take your family over, and the first thing they want to do, eat a piece of cake. Here goes some candy. Here goes some stuff. Listen, you don't eat any of that. Because when he do, he's like a crackhead, man. You understand? He's like this. He's like, yo, I got some soda. I'm like, where do you get that soda from? And then they laughing at you because they know you're going to get mad for giving this boy soda. And you got to go home. He's bouncing off the wall. But they at the house sleep. You can't sleep because he's bouncing off the wall. But another thing, here's the psychological part of that, is how we've taken food and tied it into love. Come here, sugar. Give me some sugar. Right? Ain't gonna make you a diabetic. And then you get your teeth cleaned up and fixed and everything else. You understand? So we have a lot of issues. Of course we know we have issues. But the people that are here, you guys are probably the ones that have to go out with the information we're learning here. The information we give is pretty simple. It's real simple, but it needs to be looked at. That's why I put it together. I didn't do an extensive thing. The people here, we have to influence you. You guys have to influence us. And that's how we influence everything else. But outside of this, outside of us just talking to each other, we need to come up with some things. This is why we have the sign-in sheet. Come up with some things. Come up with some things. Tonight, this is how I feel. We got extended time. I know some of y'all came in extra late. So we're going to stay extra late tonight to come up with solutions. All right, I feel when I'm talking about fight, you got to be a fighter. You have to go head up. At some point in time, this intellectual masturbation has to stop. You understand? It has to stop. The breakfast program by the Black Panther Party did not and still exists by not coming to a head. Do you understand what I mean by that? The breakfast program, the reason why our children go to school, get breakfast today, because the parents did a study that said children learn better with a full stomach with some food on their stomach. And it still exists today. Let's go into battle. Let's not sit back, well, damn, we still hungry. Every time we come home,